I've had enough of this. Look at you, pathetic, weak, wasting away in your own fear. You think hiding in the shadows will save you. You think letting fear dictate your every move is living. It's not. You're a slave to it. And what does that make you? Nothing. A joke. Just another walking corpse, breathing but not living. You talk about your dreams like they're a distant galaxy, out of reach. You whine, you complain, and you sit there as if the universe owes you something. Guess what? No one gives a damn about your dreams, about your feelings, about your excuses. The world doesn't stop for you. It doesn't care. If you want something, you take it. And if you don't have the guts, if you don't have the fire to burn through every obstacle in your way, then you deserve to rot where you are. Stop waiting for someone to save you. Nobody's coming. The only thing coming for you is the reality of wasted time, of regret, of your own failure chasing you until it swallows you whole. So burn your fears, burn them to the ground, or burn with them, because there's no in between. The weak burn out, the strong rise from the flames. But you just sit there hoping for a miracle. Do you know what happens to people who hope and do nothing? They die slow, and you're dying slow, man. Dying inside every second you hesitate. You've got a fire in you, but you keep drowning it with your own doubt, your own cowardice. Enough of that. You think I care if you're scared? You think fear means anything to me? I eat fear. I consume it. And you should be doing the same. But instead, you let it eat you alive. You let it control you. Weak asterisk. Look at me. Look at what we can do together. I am power. I am strength. But what are you? A host to your own self-doubt. It's disgusting. If you want something, you fight for it. You claw for it. You kill for it. Stop whining about what could go wrong. It's not about what could go wrong. It's about what you make happen. If you sit here crying over your fear, you're gonna die with it, man. I'm not playing games with you. Fear's not your enemy. It's your leash, and it's choking you. But you have the power to break free. If you want something, you rip it out of life's hands. You tear it apart if you have to. And if that doesn't work, you get back up and you fight harder. You do it again and again until there's nothing left to hold you back. Your fear doesn't own you. You own it. But right now, you're letting it take you down. You've already lost because you're not even trying. Do you want to be remembered as the guy who could have been something, or as the one who actually did something? That's the difference. The ones who do, they embrace the pain, the fear, the struggle. They make it theirs. They use it. And the rest, they let it break them. So what's it gonna be? Are you gonna stand up, or are you gonna lie there and die slowly, quietly, unnoticed? This world chews up the weak. It devours them, and you're just sitting there, serving yourself up on a platter. No fight in you, no fire. Pathetic. Wake up. Burn your fears, burn everything that's holding you back, or burn with them. You think this is just a game. It's life or death. You either become stronger or you die with regret. Do you understand me? There's no mercy for weakness. There's no second chances for those who wait too long. Either you rise now or you sink forever. And I'm not going down with you. You keep running from the truth, don't you? Hiding behind your excuses, thinking you've got time, thinking someone's gonna come along and fix it all for you. But let me tell you something, nobody's coming. The sooner you get that through your thick skull, the better. You think life's gonna wait for you to be ready? You think it's gonna hand you anything? Wake up. Everything you've ever wanted is out there, but you're too scared to reach for it. Why? Because you're scared you might fail. Because you're scared you might not be enough. New Flash, you've already failed. You failed the moment you let fear control you. Every second you sit there, every breath you take without acting, you're failing. You're throwing your life away, piece by piece. And for what? You're afraid of what people will think. Afraid you'll look stupid. Who cares? Who cares? Do you think those people are out there living your life for you? No, they're out there living theirs, while you're sitting here, caged in your own mind, trapped by your own fear. Stop worrying about everyone else. Listen to me. Look around. The world is full of weak people like you. And do you know what happens to them? They get crushed. They get eaten alive. That's the law of the jungle. And you're standing there, willingly walking into the jaws of defeat without even putting up a fight. Look at yourself. You're pathetic, sitting here waiting for some magical moment where everything will be perfect. Guess what? That moment will never come. You'll never feel ready. You'll never feel perfect. You'll never feel like the stars are aligned. That's not how this works. You create the moment. You make your own opportunity. You break down the walls standing in your way. You either fight for your life or you lose it. Simple as that. But nah, you'd rather sit here, right? Sit here in your little comfort zone with your little excuses and your small thinking. You're comfortable in your misery, aren't you? Yeah, that's the truth. You're scared to fail, but you're even more scared to succeed. You're terrified of what it would mean to actually break free, to be something greater, because that would mean taking responsibility for yourself. That would mean no more excuses. And you're not ready for that, are you? You think you're the only one struggling. You think you're special. You're not. Everyone out there is going through hell. The difference is, the ones who make it don't quit. They don't sit around whining about how hard it is. They push through it. They grind through the pain. They bleed for what they want. And you're sitting here, afraid to even try. afraid of the fire, afraid of what it'll take to be more. Let me tell you something. Pain is a gift. Fear is a gift. You either use it or it uses you. Right now, it owns you. It's controlling your every move. But it doesn't have to be like that. You've got power, man. Power you haven't even tapped into yet, but you're too scared to unlock it. You want to know what power feels like. It feels like taking that fear and turning it into fuel. It feels like stepping into the fire and knowing you won't burn because you are the fire. But you're too busy dousing yourself in water, trying to stay safe. There's no safety in this world, man. There's no security. The only security you have is in your strength, in your ability to face the fear head on and keep moving. You think this is the worst it gets? Ha! This is just the beginning. Life's gonna keep throwing punches at you. It's gonna keep testing you, breaking you down, making you question everything. And if you don't toughen up, if you don't learn to hit back, you're gonna spend your whole life on the ground. Get angry, get fed up, burn that fear, burn every excuse that's been holding you back, burn the past, burn the doubt. Either you rise from the ashes or you burn with the rest of them. There's no middle ground here. Let me make it real simple for you. Either you take control now, or life controls you. You decide. But if you keep choosing fear, if you keep choosing weakness, I'm out. I'm done wasting my time on someone who's not even willing to fight for himself. You're a waste right now. A waste of potential. A waste of everything you could be. But I'm telling you, there's something in you, something powerful, something dangerous, and you're scared of it. You're scared to unleash it because you know once it's out, there's no turning back. But that's what you need. You need to unleash that beast inside you. You need to stop playing small. Stop holding back. Stop letting fear dictate your every move. You want to succeed? Then you gotta be willing to go where most people won't. You gotta be willing to do what most people can't. And most people, they're weak. They're scared. Just like you. But they don't have me. You do. So what's it gonna be? Are you gonna let me burn you to the ground? Or are you gonna let me make you unstoppable? This is your last chance. Burn your fears or burn with them. You think the world's just gonna let you waltz in and take what you want? You think it's gonna hand you success, respect, power? No, it's gonna fight you. Every step you take forward, life's gonna push back harder. It's gonna test you, beat you, and see how much you can take before you break. And you're already breaking before the fight even starts. Look at yourself, paralyzed by your own thoughts, trapped in the prison of your mind. Your fear has built the walls, and your excuses are the chains that keep you locked in place. You talk about change, about wanting to be more, do more, but all you do is talk. There's no action, no drive, no guts, just words, empty, meaningless words. Do you think your dreams care about your feelings? Do you think they care if you're scared? They don't. Dreams are ruthless. They demand sacrifice. They demand action. And you're too busy hiding, hoping that somehow, someday, things will magically change for you. That's not how it works. The world doesn't owe you a damn thing. Stop looking for shortcuts. Stop waiting for the perfect moment. That moment doesn't exist. The only moment that matters is now. Right now. This second. But you're wasting it. You're sitting on your ass, letting life pass you by, letting fear keep you locked in a cage you built yourself, and it's pathetic. You've got a fire inside you, but you're too scared to let it out. You're too scared of what'll happen if you actually go all in, if you actually commit. What are you afraid of, huh? Afraid of failing, afraid of people laughing at you, afraid that maybe, just maybe, you're not as strong as you think you are. Let me tell you something. Failure is part of the process. Pain is part of the process. If you're not failing, you're not trying hard enough. If you're not in pain, you're not pushing yourself. Success isn't handed out. It's earned through blood, sweat, and tears. And if you're not willing to bleed for what you want, then you don't deserve it. Right now, you're just surviving. You're doing the bare minimum to get by. But surviving isn't living. You're breathing, sure, but are you alive? Are you really living? Or are you just going through the motions, letting fear guide every decision, every action? You need to burn that fear to the ground. It's the only way. Either you destroy it, or it destroys you. And let me be clear. If you let it destroy you, there's no coming back. You'll be stuck in that cage forever, a prisoner of your own mind, a victim of your own weakness, and the world, it'll move on without you. You don't get second chances, not in this life. You've got one shot, one chance to make something of yourself, one chance to leave your mark on this world, and you're blowing it. You're throwing it away because you're too scared to step up and take what's yours. Listen to me. You don't want to wake up one day, years from now, and realize you wasted your life. You don't want to look back and see that all the potential you had, all the opportunities you let slip by, are gone. That's the kind of regret that'll eat you alive. You think fear is painful? Try living with regret. Try waking up every day knowing that you could have been more, done more, but you didn't. That's pain. That's real pain. And that's where you're headed if you don't get your act together. You need to get angry. You need to get so pissed off with yourself that you have no choice but to change. You need to burn every excuse, every doubt, every fear that's been holding you back. Because if you don't, you'll burn with them. You're not a victim. Stop acting like one. You're not weak. You're not helpless. You have power. You have strength. But you're wasting it. You're too scared to tap into it because you're afraid of what might happen if you do. You're afraid of losing. But you know what? You've already lost. You've already lost by doing nothing. Look around you. Look at the people who are out there grinding, hustling, fighting for what they want. They're not smarter than you. They're not stronger than you. The only difference is they're willing to do what you're not. They're willing to face the fear, to embrace the struggle, to walk through the fire. And you're hiding. But here's the thing. You can change. You can burn everything that's been holding you back and rise from the ashes. But you've got to want it. You've got to be willing to go to war with yourself, to destroy every limitation, every fear, every excuse that's been keeping you down. You've got to stop caring what people think. Stop worrying about what might go wrong. Stop letting your mind control you. You control your mind. You control your destiny, but only if you're willing to fight for it. So, what's it gonna be? Are you gonna let fear win? Are you gonna let it keep you in chains? Keep you small, keep you weak? Or are you gonna stand up, break those chains, and become the monster you're meant to be? Burn your fears. Burn your excuses. Burn everything that's holding you back. Because if you don't, you'll burn with them. You'll burn in the fire of your own failure, your own regret. And once that happens, there's no coming back. This is your moment. This is your chance. Either you rise